Good evening, students, and welcome to today's daily quiz presented to you by BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. So, let us directly delve into the questions that we have lined up for today. The first question is: which of the following statements regarding Indian diaspora are correct? Only persons of Indian origin and overseas citizens of India are a part of our diaspora. The second statement: matters related to the Indian diaspora are managed by the Ministry of External Affairs. So we have to choose which of these statements are correct. So we have taken this question because right now there is a 3-day Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention being held in Indore in Madhya Pradesh. So why do we exactly celebrate it? It is to commemorate the return of Mahatma Gandhi back to India from South Africa in the year 1915. The External Affairs Minister Sri S. Jaishankar, in his address to this convention, underlined the extreme importance that the diaspora community of India plays for India's development. Can you tell us who was the chief guest of the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas that is being held right now? Drop your answers in the comments below. So, which of these statements are correct? This statement is wrong because even the non-resident Indians, that is the NRIs, are included in the Indian diaspora. So the diaspora includes the NRIs, the PIOs and the OCIs. And the second statement is correct because it is the Ministry of External Affairs that looks into the matters related to the Indian diaspora. So the correct answer is B. That is, only statement 2 is correct. Next we go to the second question. Which of the following statements regarding antimicrobial resistance are correct? 1. It refers to the resistance developed by the human body against microbial infections. WHO, or the World Health Organization, urges for the adoption of One Health approach to deal with AMR. India has developed a national action plan regarding AMR. So the question has been taken from an editorial that is published in the Indian Express, written by the senior principal scientist of CSIR, National Chemical Laboratory. So what is AMR? Antimicrobial resistance is the resistance that is developed by the microbes against the antimicrobial drugs that are used to cure the diseases that are caused by them. And eventually these resilient bugs, they keep on dividing and they get converted into superbugs, over which the use of these antimicrobials becomes ineffective. So this is known as antimicrobial resistance. The WHO has declared this AMR as one of the top 10 health threats that are being faced by the humanity right now. And to tackle this, WHO has asked all its member states to develop a national action plan to tackle the issue of AMR. Even India has this national action plan put into place. So can you tell me, when did India adopt its national action plan on antimicrobial resistance? Apart from that, the WHO has also emphasized upon the One Health approach. Now, what does this mean? It means that the tackling of the issues related to the health of humans, animals, and the environment, it cannot be done in isolation with each other. All the three, they need to be dealt in tandem with each other. Now, why is this necessary? Because over 60% of the existing and the emerging pathogens that humans are facing right now, they originate in the animals, and of this 60%, 75% of them are originating from the wild animals. So it becomes very important to deal with human, animal and environmental health in synchronization with each other. So what are the correct statements here? This is a wrong statement. AMR is not the resistance developed by the human body, but it is the resistance developed by the microbes against the antimicrobial drugs. So second statement is correct. WHO does urge for adoption of a One Health approach, and the third statement is also correct. India has developed a national action plan for AMR. So the correct answer here is C, that is statements 2 and 3. Now we move on to the third question. Consider the following statements. The Malthusian theory of population states that resources grow in geometric progression while the population grows in arithmetic progression. The second statement, low birth rates can eventually lead to a high dependency ratio in the population. Now we have taken this question because two articles they have published in the Indian Express with regards to the population issues. One is that France is likely to make people work longer in pension system overhaul. Currently, France is one of those countries which is spending the highest amount of money on giving out pensions. And to reduce the economic burden of the pensions, the French government is trying to increase the retirement age from 62 to 64 or 65. The second article is that in the world's fastest growing society, that is East Asia, retirement only means more work. So, according to this article, in countries like Japan, South Korea, and China, where the population is growing faster because of low birth rates, the dependency ratio of the population has been increasing. Now, what is dependency ratio? It is the ratio of non-working population to the working population. Non-working population includes the children and the old people, that is, people between 0 to 14 years of age, and the people which have the age greater than 65 years. And what is the working population? It is the population between 15 to 64 years. So this is the dependency ratio. And because of an increase in dependency ratio, many of the East Asian countries, they are forced to experiment with various kinds of policy changes, like increasing the retirement ages or providing more and more benefits to the people to increase the birth rates of the country. So, what is the correct statements here? Yes, low birth rates can eventually lead to a high dependency ratio. Why? Due to the graying population. The existing people, they will grow old, while any new people will not be there because of the low birth rates. What about this statement? The Malthusian theory of population states that population grows at geometrical progression 1, 2, 4, 8, while the resources they increase in arithmetic progression, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And eventually, because of this, there will come a time where the population will be much higher compared to the availability of resources. So that is what Malthus stated in his population theory, and he stated about various preventive and positive checks on the population that will help in addressing this problem of population resource mismatch. So the correct answer here is B. That is, only the second statement is correct. Next, we move on to the fourth question. What do you understand by MSAND? A. It is a mobile application developed to track and increase the transparency in sand mining activities. Second, it refers to the sand seized from the mining mafia and auctioned in the open markets. Third is, it is sand that is manufactured in the industries. And the fourth is, it is a mobile application developed to auction and sell legally mined sand in open markets. So we have taken this question from an article published in the Hindu. So according to this article, Coal India Limited has started a facility in West Bengal to produce manufactured sand. Now what is manufactured sand? It is artificial sand that is produced by the crushing of hard rocks. Now this facility of producing of M sand or the manufactured sand is an initiative to promote green mining by CIL. Now, what is green mining? It refers to the adoption of technologies, best practices, or mining processes that aim at reducing or minimizing any possible environmental impact that can be caused due to extraction or processing of minerals, metals, and their ores. So, M sand is a step towards sustainable mining, as sand mining, especially illegal sand mining, it has a very adverse impact on river and coastal morphology and ecology. So, what is the correct statement over here? It is C. That is, it is sand that is manufactured in the industries. Now we come to a previous year question of 2018. With reference to organic farming in India, consider the following statements. The National Program for Organic Production is operated under the guidelines and directions of the Union Ministry of Rural Development. The Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, that is APIDA, functions as the secretariat for the implementation of NPOP. And third, Sikkim has become India's first fully organic state. So we have to choose the correct statements. Now, NPOP, or the National Program for Organic Production, it is a program started for certification of agricultural products as organic, providing the methodology for this certification process. It also helps in certification of organic products that need to be imported. And last but not the least, it also promotes organic farming and organic processing in India. However, it is not operated under the guidelines of Union Ministry of Rural Development. It is actually the Ministry of Commerce. So this is a wrong statement. The second statement is correct. The APIDA, it is the nodal agency, the implementation agency of NPOP, and it functions as the secretariat for this program. The third statement is also correct, that is, Sikkim has become India's first fully organic state. Can you state the year when Sikkim became an organic state? Drop your answers in the comment box. So the correct answer is B, that is, only statements 2 and 3 are correct. Now we'll come to the fact of the day. The fact of the day is related to the sovereign green bonds. Sovereign green bonds are the green bonds that are being issued by the sovereign, that is the Government of India via the Reserve Bank of India. Now, what exactly are the green bonds? They are issued by any entity, like a private entity, the governments, any groups or alliances, with the aim that the proceeds of these bonds, they will be utilized only for the activities that promote environmental sustainability. They are important because they provide a financial instrument for financing the activities that help in mitigation or adaptation with regards to climate change. The green bonds, they also help the investor because they know that their money will be used only for good practices. Now, as per the International Finance Corporation, the green bonds and green finance also indirectly works to disincentivize the high carbon emitting projects, because the money is being transferred to the projects that have low carbon intensity. So the money available to the high carbon intensity projects will be comparatively less. So there will be a sort of disincentivization of high carbon emitting projects. Now, these green bonds that are being released by the Government of India, or the sovereign green bonds, they are also in line with India's nationally determined commitments under the Paris Convention. And according to the government, who released the framework for these bonds on November 9th, 2022, the proceeds of these bonds, they will be used in various green projects, including renewable energy projects, clean transportation, energy efficiency, climate change adaptation, sustainable water waste management, pollution prevention, and for construction of green buildings. So that is all about sovereign green bonds. And with this, we come to an end to today's daily quiz. Hope you liked it. If you did, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get daily updates. So thank you very much and have a very good day.